Alrighty, hello and welcome to tonight's Dinos, a very special one. Wanted to do a funner list since I broke into Diamond just last night. That was absolutely fantastic little streak there. Hopefully you guys caught it, but if you didn't, definitely go check it out. Tonight is all about vehicles, or partly vehicle themed. Just drive, get her done, pedal to the metal. Dinos. They're going to set the pace, hopefully. Been playing around with it a little bit. Might make some tweaks live tonight, but overall, it's about abusing Getaway Car and using Topiary Stomper potentially before we have 7 lands to crew Getaway Car. And then with Getaway Car's ability, after it attacks or blocks, you return up to 1 target creature that crewed it this turn. So of course, we'd return Topiary Stomper, play it again, abuse that enter the battlefield effect. It would be absolutely fantastic stuff. And then we would also gain some benefit, potentially, if Marauding Raptor is out pinging whatever dinosaur we, replay. Wayward Swordtooth, that sort of thing. And along with Ripjaw Raptor, that could be potentially pretty good. Pretty darn good to replay again. Drawing cards with Marauding, as always. But I wanted to add the theme of life gaining after a comment. Verdant Sun's Avatar. I'm still going to go somewhat into life gain. Maybe after tonight I'll start working on a more life gain centered list. But Verdant Sun's Avatar, when it or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So we'd be aiming to have dinos that are a little bit bottom heavy. Ripjaw Raptor, of course, 5 toughness, absolutely fantastic. Wayward Swordtooth. There are a few dinos. Marauding Raptor as well, slightly bottom heavy, and I would likely be adding in some card that allows all my creatures to deal combat damage equal to their toughness, so we could maximize the potential of Ripjaw Raptor and a couple other creatures. But tonight is about driving the car and Conqueror's Galleon. Oh boy, took the plunge, finished off the playset last night, and this is going to be good. I'm very excited about the potential of this. 4 for a 210 artifact vehicle, crew 4. So of course, again, Topiary Stomper might be a nice thing to do with Conqueror's Galleon. When it attacks, exile it at the end of combat, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. Transformed, it's a land. Wow, that's good. We want more lands for Topiary Stomper. And speaking of lands, I don't know, maybe I have too many. I was playing a bunch of times before we started here tonight, and currently at 24 lands. If you wanted to add in Conqueror's Galleon, that would technically take us up to 28. That's a lot. It's definitely more than I normally run. So I may cut it down to 22, possibly 20 with Conqueror's Galleon, potentially helping to ramp a little bit there. Blast Zone, though, that's back in. Did some pretty fantastic stuff last night, so hopefully that's going to be a nice all-star. But overall, just ramp, play big guys, bounce them back with Getaway Car, and then gain life as well if we have Verdant Sun's Avatar out. But the fantastic thing about Verdant Sun's Avatar, the more the merrier. So if you have 2 out and you play Ripjaw, you'd get 10 life. It's going to be pretty fantastic, hopefully. Sideboard-wise, nothing too fancy tonight. Unlicensed Hearse for that graveyard hate. Rampaging Ferocidon. I just felt the itch to bring in something that hates against life. But there's not a whole lot of life gain that's been going around. Nothing that's really given me trouble. Angels, Celestia, white and green hasn't been too bad. Anger of the Gods, as always, we got to have the sweeper in there somewhere. And then Shifting Ceratops. That was the all-star of last night, absolutely. Helping us get into Diamond against Dimir Rogues, Dimir Mill, whatever you'd want to call it. But this was the key, the ticket. I am a little sad missing Carnage Tyrant, unfortunately, but I say we get right into the action. Hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. Oh boy. No idea what we're going to face. I've been facing quite a wide range of stuff. It's very nice, open format, Explorer, Historic. I don't think really most formats are that stale. You'll always face something interesting, that's for sure. Brackley, oh, number 625, interesting. Facing off against a Mythic. Okay, starting it off. That's good. That's good. Hopefully we can bring him down. Might be a little bit tough. Don't have as much early acceleration. I'm certainly missing the Otepic Huntmaster, that cost reduction, the haste. If they don't kill it, we just get some absolutely explosive turns and run away with things. And charging Monstrosaur, I'm also missing dearly. But we'll do some good stuff, I think. Oh, yeah, that's a keeper. It's a little clunky. At least we will have 2 on turn 2. Rootbound Crag first, because we don't have a forest or a mountain, unfortunately. Thoughtseize as well. That will do it. It's going to be a little bit painful. Oh, they don't like marauding. Well, forest turn 1. Let's see what Commune gets us. Maybe a replacement marauding. That is not. Play it safe. Get some more lands. They see everything. But Thoughtseize, it can't discard a land. Back-to-back Thoughtseizes. Okay. I could see him getting rid of Ripjaw, I would think. Probably Ripjaw. Conqueror's Galleon. I don't think that would cause them too much trouble. Oh, interesting. So they probably have some good removal for Ripjaw, I would imagine now. Right, well, at least we got 2 of them. Hopefully Ripjaw sticks around for at least 1 turn. Blast Zone could be pretty fantastic, taking out Fable of the Mirror Breaker there, hopefully. But I believe Blast Zone wouldn't be able to if they exile it and then Reflection of Kiki Jiki comes back. Then Blast Zone I don't think can take it out because technically it has a mana cost of 0, unfortunately. This is pretty good. I'm looking forward to Anchor of the Gods in game 2, that's for sure. Ooh, that Calatus is going to be a little problematic, I think. Oh, good stuff. Pterosaurus, I do appreciate that. I was hoping people would notice, trying to tweak the levels and everything. But yeah, like I mentioned last night, the in-game music for Arena seems to cut out almost right away. So I wanted to add nice sort of relaxing electronic music and yeah, I'm glad you noticed. Tweaked the levels so it's not super overpowering with my voice here, but I think it complements things nicely. I say Wayward to get Blast Zone. Now let's go double Ripjaw. Man, this would be just about the best Anger of the Gods. Oh, devastating. Looks like they're stalled out a little bit. Oh, okay. On the phone, Arena seems to be absolutely fantastic. It does the trick, but yeah, for whatever reason on the computer, it's glitchy. Oh, they just make a bunch of copies of themselves. Huh. Sure what they were doing. Oh, I see. Make a bunch of copies at the end of the turn, and then they can just barf out a bunch of Blood Tithe Harvesters. That's this is not going to be good. problematic to say the least. Well, we're dead. We're dead. Unfortunately. Anger of the Gods. Yes, ouch. They had the perfect draw, pretty much, and double Thoughtseize, Pterosaurs, if you caught that. That kind of did us in. That's going to pretty much do anybody in. But yes, anger. I'm not angry. I will say that. But Anger of the Gods is, I mean, you look at this. Anger seems to be about the most devastating thing, of course. Now we got to watch out for Calatus. That's going to be trouble. Anger. Anger, anger. We're all angry right now. Okay. This is about the angriest you'll see me get, which is pretty good, I think. They don't like Marauding. I do like the life gain. Conquerors, we'll keep Conquerors. I think I'm just going to cut Marauding. I know, it's crazy. Not a whole lot of stuff, excuse me, to do on turn 2, but Marauding does die to anger. Gonna die to fatal pushes. Lots of various removal, I think. Oh, that's not anger, but it is a Thunderherd, getting us to either Conquerors or Ripjaw Raptor on turn 3, so I think I'm going to keep that. Cross my fingers, one of the angers. They're wondering how many Thoughtseizes can I keep. They have 2 maybe in hand, in one land, and they're thinking, oh, I should keep both these Thoughtseizes because that is just... Oh, the 7-mana Dino. Verdant Sun's Avatar. I guess that's over the chat. I wish I could move that over to the middle, but... Verdant Sun's Avatar. Whenever it or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. So yeah, it's just about gaining life, ramping, playing this thing that gains me life whenever I play other things or I bounce stuff and replay it. It's pretty fantastic. Oh, okay. Well, there's the Thoughtseize. We knew it was going to happen. But yeah, Verdant Sun's Avatar. I like game. Oh, there's the Thunderherd Migration. You discard it and we get another. That's it. Easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Gonna get the double green. I need it for Ripjaw at least. And I can still play Conquerors or Ripjaw. But, maybe I should have grabbed a red. Well, you never know what you're gonna draw. But I've always wanted to explore something life gain related with Verdant Sun's Avatar here. Yeah, Conquerors. Let's get that down. Get it turned over eventually. Hopefully Ripjaw has survived until next turn and then we can attack with Conquerors. Kiki-Jiki. Yes, I brought back Swordtooth. It's going to be good. Lots of land, so... pretty good chance we get to Wayward, I think. 10 permanents. Kiki-Jiki, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, is 2 and a red. Pretty easy to cast. That's alright. We'll still play Wayward next turn, be able to attack with the Conqueror's Galleon. That's another good thing about Wayward. Crewing vehicles that don't exist anymore. Well, another Ripjaw. Hopefully we get that second Sorcerette next turn. It's going to happen. And we're going to take out Reflection. Yeah. I've only flipped over Conqueror's Galleon a couple times. Well, they just have exactly what they need, and sometimes that happens. Nothing you can do, really. Wayward, let's go. Invoke Despair, also painful. Well, that's sometimes what happens. You just die. They have what they need, and we don't get much. Nuts. That's all right. He can't drop out of Diamond, which I guess is a silver lining for sure, but did I end the stream yesterday? Yeah, it should have been ended yesterday. Yeah, should be there somewhere. I think a little bit longer. I forget exactly how long it was. Maybe let me check. Huh. Take a quick look. No, I guess it was just over an hour. Yeah. Oh, playing first, good stuff. Oh, yeah, we can keep that. We got rampy things. Well, we at least have 3 lands for Getaway Car or Topiary Stomper. Ooh, the Mystic. Mystical. Could be a kind of explosive Naya. Interesting. Maybe just Naya Collected Company, perhaps? Naya tokens. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it was about the same amount of time. Kind of want to go Topiary Stomper. Get to 6. Yeah, let's go Topiary Stomper. Get to 6, hopefully draw another land next turn, or another Topiary Stomper, of course. If we get another one next turn, we could go Conqueror's Galleon plus Getaway Car. That's a lot of creatures, and we need the sweepers. Oh, the Blast Zone. I like Blast Zone. Potentially, well, yeah, we'd probably want to take out Shalai, giving hexproof to everything. Possibly Scavenging Ooze as well. But we at least have 7. So let's go Conqueror's Galleon. Good old Getaway Car. Oh, I forgot. I thought it had haste. See, I was thinking that was Getaway Car. That's alright. That's how she goes sometimes. Yeah, I thought Conqueror's Galleon was out for a turn already. This could be problematic. Well, it's already problematic at the moment, but a sweeper, Anger of the Gods, is going to do the trick. Absolutely. Hopefully we get 2 sources of red, unlike the previous match against Rakdos there. That was painful. Yeah, we're not busting through that. Alright, good old Anger. I think I'll cut Conquerors for now. Definitely loving Getaway Car. The potential of bouncing stuff. That's where it's at. Attack with Topiary Stomper. It has Vigilance, so it's untapped to possibly deter some aggression the following turn, and then if we want to, just use Getaway Car to maybe block something instead. Bounce Topiary Stomper, replay them the following turn. Should be good. Excuse me, but this should be good as well. It's risky, oftentimes. One land hands, hard to make work, but Commune gets the job done. At least getting something. Especially with playing 24 lands, that's almost guaranteed to see something. A second something. Go Thunderherd though, so that we have 4 next turn, and then we'll go Marauding plus Topiary Stomper for super duper ramp. And 2 sources of red for anger at some point. I'll go with the mountain just in case. Might have to go Cragcrown or Timber Crown depending what I need, so might as well hold it back as long as possible just in case, but we're pretty much set color wise. Probably doesn't matter a whole lot. Oh, I want that anger big time. That's not anger, but that is quite fantastic. We get the double marauding into Ripjaw. I mean, you gotta love it. I probably should have played Topiary Stomper first, but that's alright. See what it gets us. Oh, another Ripjaw. I like another Ripjaw. Thank you, Commune. Oh, this could be ugly coming up next turn. Double Wayward Swordtooth plus Topiaries. We'll see if one of the Maraudings could potentially block something big. Yes, heaven, that is a lot of dinos. I think we all love that particular scenario. 2 green, draw 2 cards, be left over with a 4. A March of Otherworldly Light is not going to do a whole lot when we got this many good guys. Oh boy. Wayward Swordtooth. Wayward Swordtooth. Topiary Stomper. Of course we lose it, unfortunately, but for 2 green, I mean, technically it's a Thunderherd Migration, costs the same, but we get 4 damage temporarily, or a temporary boost of 4 power, I should say. So it's even better than a Thunderherd Migration. You always got to keep that in mind, even though you lose it. Sometimes. That's just maximum aggression. Painful stuff right there. Ouch. Man, this is a lot of good bodies. I like Wayward Swordtooth. Haven't used it in a little bit. Oh, Brutal Cathar. They have a brutal chance of winning. Man, maybe I should start using Wayward Swordtooth again on the regular. Just play the Topiary, get some more lands, get some more damage. Play the Marauding, increase the damage on both of those 2 to make them even more threatening, and then just swing with everything. Topiary Stomper get haste? I don't think it got haste. Yes, it died. Very sad. A sad, sad day, but it did its job. It sacrificed itself to increase the power of Marauding and increase our chances of winning against this. I think they would have to block with everything, which is pretty good. We get the Wayward Swordtooth back after killing the Brutal Cathar there. Right. Math is for blockers. Yes, absolutely. Oh, I see. Okay, well, I'm still pretty happy to trade. I don't need more lands, that's for sure. I just really want that Anger of the Gods. No more lands. There we go. That is not another land. A creature. All right. Yeah. We'll thin out the deck. Yes, definitely. You can see how the chump blockers, they cause us pain and headaches. We would have killed them if something like Rook's Uprising, giving all our creatures trample, charging Monstrosaur, especially. That would have done the trick, as it often has. Now I think I have to up Blast Zone to 3. I'm pretty sure. We'll wait and see what they play, but I think I still take out Wedding Festivity, even though it has flipped. Worth a try. We'll see right here. Ooh, more lands. Nuts. Okay, good. Yes, it still takes out no Galta. Yes, Heaven. I think that actually could be a fantastic addition. There's lots of creatures, cheap creatures with lots of power that Galta would be very nice to have, for sure. I like Ripjaw. Nah, I like Verdant Sun's Avatar. Gain that life. But yes, that Blast Zone came in handy, big time. Would hopefully come in handy against the Fiend Artisan, but that thing's pretty big at 7. Definitely going to prioritize a Blast Zone to take that scary guy out. Brutal Cathar, maybe they're looking for. Top deck war, yes. Yes, indeed. Toski, that's not too much of a problem. Getaway Car, oh, okay. Dead. They forgot. There we go. You gotta love it. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna win. We got Toski, we're gonna draw a card. But Fiend Artisan tapping. Left them open. Maybe. I don't know. They didn't really have much chance since we had 2 creatures on board. But they don't know we have the power and the potential of Anger of the Gods, which is going to be a devastating thing, I think. And we can make that work. Oh, Anger, good stuff. Yes, that was very good. Oh, and we got Mountain. Alrighty, Thunderherd. I'm thinking of getting another source of green. It doesn't really matter too much. We got Topiary and the Thunderherd here, so when we go Topiary next turn, we'll get that. Oh, we don't. Okay. Good stuff. Well, yeah, certainly. Topiary it is. Potentially next turn we'll get to 7 lands. Oh, bing, bang, boom. There you go. Looks like they stumbled a little bit in the land department, and we did not. Man, it would have been devastating for them. The next turn, you know, Getaway Car maybe bouncing Topiary, getting more lands. Wayward, big, lovely. Ripjaw, always a fun time. And we had the Anger and 2 sources of red. And we got it done. Oh, my keyboard's about to die. I gotta plug it in. Guess I technically don't need my keyboard when I'm playing this game, but yeah, okay. Good stuff. I do like Wayward Swordtooth. That has been pretty good. Definitely with the increased number of lands. I want to explore him again. Probably a couple months ago, I think maybe 2 months ago, I was really on a Wayward Swordtooth kick, and it might be time to go back to that in some way. Storm's Wrath, definitely, with Wayward Swordtooth dealing 4 damage to everything. Fantastic having something else cheap early that survives the 4 damage from Storm's Wrath. Which I still think is probably better than Anger of the Gods. Next match, let's do it. I guess I could this. Nah, I'll wait. The match after this one. Guess I could have canceled by now. It's taken forever to find a worthy opponent. Oh, there we go. All right, Galta, next one. Bussy, Busey. Oh, that's a keep. Yep. Well, it could be awkward. We don't have 2 sources of green, but it certainly could be a lot worse than that. And we got plenty of lands. Blast Zone, well, at the very least, we could potentially go Getaway Car next turn. Oh, Is It Phoenix? Interesting. We've started to see Is It a little bit more after not having seen it quite some time. My goodness. Oh, there we go. We got the stuff we wanted. Definitely Topiary Stomper. Could have gone Ripjaw, of course, but I just wanted the acceleration with the lands, and we still get some nice little bit of damage with Marauding there. Could possibly go Getaway Car next turn, bounce Topiary, and I still would have enough to replay them. Is it Phoenix coming back? I think so. Ooh, this is rough for them. They're not even on their first source of red. Kind of painful, I think. Yeah, let's go Topiary plus the Getaway Car. I was thinking Ripjaw plus Topiary, but we would need 4 sources of green, which we don't have yet, unfortunately. And we still get some nice aggression with the Getaway Car. I'm pretty happy to be featuring it, definitely. That was pretty slick, I gotta say. Then, of course, it turns back into just an artifact, so it's going to survive a Wrath if that's what the opponent does or had, but this deck doesn't have Wraths. Oh yes, absolutely. I think that's a neat little combo there. Very neat. Something worth exploring for sure. Getaway Ramp. Getaway Dinos. Strangle. Well, we're ahead. Definitely in the land department. Still looking good. Ooh, yeah. Thunderherd for 2. Ripjaw for 4. Or Conqueror's Galleon. Let's go. Yeah, Thunderherd. All right. Oh, 3/5. So it can block, unfortunately. Well, it doesn't make sense to attack. They would have traded with the Getaway Car, I think. Well, no, they wouldn't have because they're at 5 toughness. Glitch Mob. I don't listen to Glitch Mob. No, I don't believe I've heard of them. Usually it's just general electronic music. But I like everything electronic. Hard dance, house. I do like Hard Dance. That's pretty good. Trance. Ooh, okay. That's all right. Oh, a double Conqueror's Galleon. This is interesting. Oh, we'll go one for sure. The Ledger Shredders are getting kind of big, though. I don't like that. Blast Zone. And we probably should have upped Blast Zone to at least 2 charge counters. Then we could be pressuring the Ledger Shredders. We'll definitely get another charge counter on Blast Zone next turn. Hopefully still have a chance, but with both Ledger Shredders... Oh, 3 Ledger Shredders. Interesting. Hopefully we're still alive. But they can't be too aggressive with being at 8. So maybe we're just hit for 6. If they swing with both and we had some way to take out that 3rd Ledger Shredder, that would have been good. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, they didn't attack. Huh. I like it. Yes, it definitely is. Is it Phoenix? It's a little bit different what they're trying to do here, but we haven't seen a Phoenix yet, which is quite nice, I think. I don't want to attack with the Conqueror's Galleon because that would die to the Ledger Shredders, unfortunately. Well, we'll just leave things as is. We got Blast Zone. That's going to take out all of the Ledger Shredders. We may just be dead here, depending what they do. 10. They got 11 at the moment. Potentially could be hit for 14. Plus a Phoenix would be 17. So we might not be dead. They would have to do 20 this turn and take out 2 creatures, I think. I don't think they'll attack with everything. Oh, okay. Well, 3 Phoenixes. That will do it. Exactly, huh? Nuts. So we missed our window. Unfortunately, we didn't put the 2nd charge counter on Blast Zone. That would have won us for sure. Absolutely. Conqueror's Galleon. We'll switch that out for the Shifting Ceratops. That's going to be good. Shifting, yeah. You read my mind. Shifting, definitely. Hopefully helpful against the Ledger Shredders. Potentially they have Crackling Drake. That can get pretty big as well. They probably have some number of Drakes. Flying things, always flying things. But Blast Zone, yes indeed. I think that is pretty key again. Giving us a chance against quite a few decks. A much better fighting chance, and seeing 2 of them. I like it. Plenty of lands. Turn 1 Commune off of the Cragcrown Pathway here certainly is going to do the trick. But I think anybody looking to give themselves a chance against some problematic decks, I think most of you guys know I love Blast Zone. Worth a try. Absolutely. Ooh. Let's go with that Wayward. We got plenty of lands in hand. Wayward could potentially allow us to just go off. Barf a lot of stuff. Yeah, It's got to be Timber Crown, I think. I could have potentially gone the mountain, holding off on going Timber Crown or Cragcrown. Oh, all right. Yeah, we'll go Wayward. We got plenty of lands. If I only had one extra, I think definitely I would have, would have gone Topiary instead, but it's going to be pretty explosive since I have a ton of extra lands. Blast Zone be popping. Yes, absolutely. Hopefully they play some more Ledger Shredders, but I mean, we can just pop one for a single Ledger Shredder. We got backups, which is quite fantastic. Strangle, 3 damage. So they got to double up on removal to take that out. You know, we got our benefit from it. Unfortunately, it only allowed us to play an extra land, but something similar to Topiary, getting us 1 land ahead. Yeah, I'll stick with the Topiary Stomper. Next turn, going to get us to 7. Might have been nice applying pressure with the shifting, but I can apply it with shifting next turn. We'll give it haste, and we'll be able to attack with Topiary next turn as well. So Ledger Shredder, whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, so if I cast 2 spells on the opponent's turn, or they cast 2 spells, it triggers for both players. It's not 2 spells total. They connive, so they can potentially put a counter on if they discard a non-land card. The bird gets big. Sometimes it gets out of control for sure. Getaway Car as well. Speedy shifting. Let's go. Ether Gust. Ah. Yeah, we'll put it back on top. That's going to be pretty threatening for them. Let's slap the 2 charge counters on one of these blast zones. We're packing the heat. We're dealing the damage. If they have multiple Ledger Shredders, they just won't ever want to play them, I think. That's got to feel pretty good. You can imagine if they have some more of that bird in hand. Yeah, if you want to bounce it, I'm okay with that. Perhaps could have brought in Unlicensed Hearse now that I'm thinking about it with the Phoenix there. Currently they only have 1 in the graveyard, so that's kind of nice. Oh, that underwater gameplay, Scuba Man's Quest. So it's a very old game back from 1998, I think. It came on a floppy disk. One of the first games I just absolutely fell in love with back when I was 10. So over 20 years ago now. Fantastic, fantastic game. I'm excited to play it at some point. Maybe add some of those old games, games you guys have suggested as well. Yeah, let's just go shifting. Get some nice damage. Oh yes, the shark eats you. You can get killed by this fish that... Now I kind of want to put 3 charge counters on the 1 blast zone. Getaway Car would be nice as well. Yeah, let's go Getaway Car. But yeah, the shark can eat you. You have a certain amount of lives. Basically, you just go through the level collecting loot, gold, little crabs, that sort of thing. Dodging the enemies. Shooting, I think, a spear gun. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure. It's kind of hard to tell with the graphics, of course. But it's pretty fun. It's got about 8, 9 levels, I believe, and you just go through it, killing the enemies or dodging them. You can jump right through walls with a space bar, I believe, and then you can shoot 1 bullet or 2 bullets, and that's it. You move up, down, left, right. Pretty simple. Pretty satisfying, I think. Oh, I like the Verdant Suns. Hopefully they don't have a counter for that. Question is, do I want to play that? Take us to 11. Yeah, I can see that. You might be able to get it on Steam. I can show you guys at some point, maybe after this, actually. Just the website you can find it on. Because it's such an old game, very easy to play, and you can play it right in your browser. You don't need to... Ooh, this could be difficult. Nuts. Well, we're not quite dead yet. Huh. Yeah, I think it might be on Steam. I'd have to look. But usually I just play it in my browser because it is an old game. It's not very resource intensive. Right. Time to pop this blast zone. Right, get some lands, gain some life. And yeah. Apply some pressure. This is a pretty sweet. This was a sort of, yes, there we go. That exact kind of combo sort of loop I was hoping to show you. So playing Topiary, gaining some life, crewing Getaway Car, bouncing it, playing it next turn to gain some more life and get more lands. We have enough lands. Yes, that was a good game. I'll maybe see if I can show you guys how I play Scuba Man's Quest, or at least I'll link the website that I go to play it. Maybe after this match, and I'll add Galta as well. I think we need unlicensed Hearst, though. Yes, it was most excellent. I was thinking about the sticker bundle, but just the fact that I already have the Dino emotes, I think I can pass on it. I like Topiary. I think I'll cut Wayward Swordtooth. If I was going to cut anything, Wayward versus Topiary. Topiary always at least is getting us a land. Wayward, we would just kind of be replaying it. It doesn't get a land from our deck, unfortunately. Yes, I was kind of thinking about the sticker bundle. One of those bundles. There's a lot of fantastic ones. I definitely have enough gold, luckily, but I think I'll save it for the new set coming out, Dominaria United. I like the looks of this, though. We got some ramp. We got unlicensed Hearse if they get that Phoenix in the graveyard, of course. And we got the Blast Zone. I feel pretty good about our chances. Hopefully they get a Phoenix in there. I might just go unlicensed Hearse next turn. Put a Phoenix in the graveyard. You know you wanna. Okay, no Phoenix yet. But at least, we're getting Shifting Ceratops next turn. Quite fantastic. Hopefully they don't have Lightning Axe or something that can take it out, but I think that's probably a pretty good chance. I'm just going to continue ramping with Thunderherd, actually. Possibly could have saved that unlicensed Hearse to maybe exile a Phoenix if they got that. Oh, a Crackling Drake. As I was thinking there might be. Okay, shifting, go time. I think the new set is sooner than that. The new set is coming out end of September, I believe. Something like that. I jinxed myself with the lightning axe. Okay, hopefully they don't have another lightning axe. There's the Phoenix. As it sometimes happens, they just simply play the Phoenix from their hand, circumventing the graveyard, and we don't get to exile it. So graveyard hate sometimes is not quite as good if they do stuff like that. But we got to do something quick, though. Well, certainly another shifting. Probably should have left one up for shifting to gain reach. Doesn't matter. Wouldn't have mattered. That's all right. Well, we would have had them if we had some way possibly to deal with the crackling drake at least, but they had some fantastic flying damage that got the job done. Okay. I'll put that site up in chat there where I play Scuba Man's Quest and many other of those old DOS games. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. Where is the chat? Right. That's the website, Scuba Man's Quest, but again, tons of other old games, and you just click on play online in browser. It takes a little bit getting used to. The controls, again, are very simple for really all these games, but they have a ton. Crazy amount of games, so should definitely keep you busy if you like that stuff. Oh, I do still play on free dinos. I have been thinking of doing that again. Certainly, I've just been loving and grinding towards diamond with my normal account, but I haven't moved away from free dinos for sure. It is always nice to see what you face with a completely free deck, whether it's dinos or anything. Facing, you know, some of those higher end stuff. And speaking of free dinos, it does remind me of Old Fogey, going back to old standard dinos again, seeing if we can get the job done. It's pretty painful because we don't have a lot of options. We don't have Marauding Raptor, Shifting Ceratops, or Rotting Regis, or any of those classic things. Excuse me. But we still have some... Oh, nope, cancel. I was going to add Galta. I just remembered. Oh, good stuff. All right. Hey, good luck putting her to sleep. I know sometimes that can be rough, for sure. But I have to add Galta in. Galta's pretty big. I don't see how Galta could drive the Getaway Car. Galta could probably be the captain, the queen captain of a ship. That ship looks pretty big. She could probably do that, but not the Getaway Car. Yeah. All right. I think 2 copies. Yeah, we can do with 2 copies. And of course, we'd be gaining tons of life with Verdant Sun's avatar. Pretty fantastic stuff right there. If Galta is 2 green, play her, 12 life. Whew. Pretty sweet. If we have 2 Verdant Suns, I mean 24 life, just run away with things right there. So I think I could look at something that pairs these 2. Yeah. Oh, the 210? Conqueror's Galleon and Conqueror's Foothold. I'll go over that for you and anybody else that's been wondering. So it's an artifact vehicle. The theme of tonight, drive, just drive, get her done. Dinos have a hard time driving, but from Ixalan, a rare. When it attacks, exile it at the end of combat, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. Well, then Conqueror's Foothold, a land, you can tap it for a colorless, so it ramps a little bit. 2, and you tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. That's alright. If you don't need something, you can cycle it, sort of. And 4, and tap it, just simply draw a card. Pretty expensive, but if you're in a top deck war and you have plenty of land, certainly that is good. But 6, tap it, return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Late game, that might just help recurring a threat. Maybe they've run out of removal, you don't have anything, and then Conqueror's Foothold allows you to grab something like, I don't know, maybe Galta. You have a couple creatures on board, you're able to play her for 2. You have a total of 8 mana, so 6 for this, 2 for Galta to play it. That could be pretty good. I think there's potential for Conqueror's Foothold. Kind of slow, not as aggressive, not as aggressively themed for sure, compared to Getaway Car there with the haste and Crew 1, which is very important. With Otepec Huntmaster having 1 power, can potentially be a fantastic option to crew this specific vehicle, but I've always wanted to do something with Conqueror's Galleon. Seems pretty fantastic, pretty cool, but again, not quite as aggressive as I like. But we gotta cut somebody though. I think we'll cut the Rockfall Vales. I was thinking of cutting the basic lands, but we got the bouncing potential of Topiary Stomper, Thunderherd Migration. I really want the number of basics to be pretty healthy, just so we can go off and super ramp potentially. Alright, let's see the Queen this game. I got a feeling. Oh, I think so. Gain life, swing for big damage. It's a good time. Absolutely. Ooh, that's not quite going to do it. All that power and trample, the perfect pairing. This is kind of awkward as well. So, Conqueror's Galleon, potentially those could have all been dinos. You can imagine if I had switched it for Shifting Ceratops to start out with, this hand would have been pretty fantastic, but that is not the case. We're certainly going to keep that. Send 1 Galleon to the bottom. And hope we draw a dino next turn, so that we can actually play Thunderherd for 2. That's not a dino. But at least it's that 3rd land. Oh, we're seeing... I think it's Yorion, something Yorion related. Oh, getting big creatures out. This could be rough. So in Search of Greatness there, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent... Well, hold on a second. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent spell from your hand with mana value equal to 1, plus the highest mana value among other permanents you control, without paying its mana cost. If you don't, scry 1. So the highest mana value among permanents they have is 2 in Search of Greatness. So they would be able to cast something from their hand that costs 3 for free. And then, of course, they would cast other stuff. This could be pretty rough, explosive for sure. But I am happy to see Marauding. Kind of want to get the no, we won't get the Conquerors down. Conquerors next turn. It is a little tough. The Crew 4, that's pretty expensive. I would be hoping it was a Crew 3. We can't use Marauding anyways, unfortunately. Oh, the Getaway Car. Now let's go with the Galleon. Just in case we get some dino Topiary Stomper that has 4 power at least and can crew it. Dead. Ouch. This is a pretty painful list. Back to Nature would be the best thing against this deck. I haven't faced a really enchantment focused list much, but Back to Nature being 1 in a green, instant speed, destroy all enchantments. That would be the most devastating thing against this deck, I think. If we can get a chance to get them. That might not happen, though. Ooh, double In Search of Greatness is they're gonna... Blast Zone. That's actually going to be very good. I'm just putting 2 charge counters on. No, 1. 1. Yes, it already comes out with 1. So we'll pop it next turn. Take out both In Search of Greatnesses, and that's going to be good. Hopefully things haven't gone too downhill. But you gotta love when you can play free stuff. That's pretty good. That's gonna do it. I am missing Back to Nature, man. Maybe I just have to add that in. I love that card. Huh. Well, we're not going to recover from this. Lands and lands and lands. And more lands, unfortunately. Galta coming up this game. I can feel it. Not a whole lot of creatures. They do have these Pegasi. Anger of the Gods could be nice, but it's pretty much just that. Archon, 4 toughness, 5 toughness. Yeah, we'll focus on Blast Zone. Potentially taking out some key enchantments, hopefully. Ceratops? Maybe. We'll switch to Galleon for Ceratops. Ooh, I like the looks of this. At least getting us to 3 lands, Commune here. That's going to be good. Oh, not. Interesting. Very interesting. I certainly would have expected getting to 3. Having as many lands as I do, I mean, it's back to 22. Ooh, okay. Phew. Certainly there was a good chance to, if we didn't get a land with Commune, we were digging 5 closer for it. I did not win, unfortunately. That's alright, though. We got well, maybe Topiary. Kind of like Topiary. Yeah, Topiary. Hopefully I can win against this deck, but it is a Yorion Blink enchantments bouncing, powerful enter the battlefield effects of enchantments, maybe artifacts as well. Tough stuff. Pretty tough stuff, to say the least. Hopefully they don't have another Trial of Ambition, but where there's one, there's probably multiples. Well, they do have Binding of the Old Gods. They had to play it at some point. Ooh, there's the Blast Zone. All right, good stuff. Off to the races. Nah, we can play Wayward plus Getaway Car. Crew the car with Wayward. Like I was saying, you know, we can't make use of Wayward at the moment. We don't have 10 permanents, but we can at least make use of it a little bit this way. Hopefully Verdant Sun's Avatar next turn. Maybe Ripjaw. Doom Foretold. I don't like that. That's my arch nemesis. Double Getaway Car. Huh. Get those charge counters on. 2. Yeah, the most we can put on is 2, unfortunately. Would like to put on 3, get it to 4 so that we can get rid of Doom Foretold and, well, they got rid of Binding of the Old Gods. Elspeth's Nightmare. Ugh. I might just pop Blast Zone next turn and take out Elspeth's Nightmare plus Treacherous Blessing. That sounds pretty good. Maybe. I'll let Doom Foretold actually get popped, I think. Verdant Suns, I think it's got to be, unfortunately. Ripjaw it is. Thunderherd getting us to another land. It's going to be rough, though. Might be it for us, unfortunately. I'm definitely missing that back to nature. My goodness. It's tough being caught out sometimes against decks where there's a pretty clear answer to it. Fortunately, well, maybe fortunately, I don't face the specific deck too much. I don't think it's super popular, but it does the trick. That's for sure. That's probably going to do it for us, I think. Yeah. Well, we'll try for Ripjaw, see if they have anything to deal with it. Another Thunderherd. We're not busting through this. Yorion bouncing the Trial of Ambitions. We're going to be sacrificing Ripjaw. Plenty of creatures. We aren't winning, that's for sure. Ouch. No busting through that. Yeah, that's all right. I'll stick with this same list. We'll do at least one more match here. I really want to see the Queen. Potentially could up it to 3 or 4 copies just to maybe see her a little bit more consistently. But there's always Commune with Dinosaurs, which potentially could help Seagull to. But man, I just have so much fun with the different variations of dinos. Whether they're a little bit more misses than hits, you know, it's not a problem. Definitely, I love your guys' suggestions, and I'm always up for at least trying something out. If you don't have the wild cards, there's a pretty good chance, again, that I have the stuff. Or I'll sink some of my gold to get a little bit more wild cards in. Complete the list. Ooh. It's no source of green, which we need for Thunderherd and Swordtooth. One mulligan. Still no source of green. Ouch. I could maybe risk this. I have not tried that yet. No. Ooh, okay, that's going to be it. Definitely. Yeah. A little rough. Don't have too many lands to make use of Wayward Swordtooth. It's a specialized bear druid. I haven't tried it yet. No. That would be interesting. I've been considering going to Alchemy and trying some of those pretty cool additions. I think I should one of these nights. Trying out that bear druid, some of the other specialized stuff, seeing if I can make it work somehow with dino lists. See if there's some sort of synergy. Solar Updraft, how's it going? You came at, well, some moment. You saw Thoughtseize. Basically, that's a given. We've seen Thoughtseize quite a bit tonight. But at least we got 2 lands. Marauding may be dead to Fatal Push, as is the case usually. That's alright. Lucamima. Yes, they shall always be seized 100%. Sometimes when you have a bunch of lands, you don't draw them as well. Variance, that's a fact of life. Magic the Gathering, any game like this where it is randomized, certainly. Just always keeping in mind that fact. Everyone has streaks where they just lose. Things just don't go their way. There's not really an out that they could have done. Yes, definitely Topiary. I got 22 in. I was originally started with 24, but I got a couple spots just this past game just to make room for Galta, the Queen. Technically 28 if you want to consider Conqueror's Foothold a land, or Conqueror's Galleon flipping over to Conqueror's Foothold whenever you attack with it. So a lot of lands tonight for me. Oh, yes. I could see that being pretty good. Absolutely. I've used it before, and it's definitely come in handy. Absolutely. Wayward Swordtooth, especially, you know, is pretty costly to fight, of course. 2 and a green, I believe. Colony Ambush, pretty sure is what it's called. But if you don't really need to fight, play it as a land, an extra land, with Wayward's ability there. That would be good. Definitely something to consider. But I'm always up for more stuff. Ramping Heaven, definitely. I did not get the full playset of Fight Rigging, unfortunately, quite yet. I actually sunk all the rest of my rare wildcards into Conqueror's Galleon. Maybe should have used it on Fight Rigging, perhaps. I keep saying I'm going to make it for you guys. We all see Fight Rigging. We might have played a Fight Rigging deck. It's good. Who doesn't love cheating out big stuff? That's where it's at. I'm going to go with Conqueror's Galleon, actually. Hopefully they don't have a Colgan's Command, something that can destroy an artifact. Ah, okay, yeah, no, definitely I could put that on the agenda, for sure. It definitely would be pretty fun to play. Oh, absolutely. Kahira, the Orphan Guard, I believe is her name. Yeah, I'd be up for that. Definitely. But this, we're seeing something that Anger is going to be good at, game 2. The second Rakdos mid-range of the night. It's a fantastic, absolutely fantastic list. Just make Conqueror's Galleon a creature before they attack, you know, make a little bit of use out of Topiary Stomper. Certainly Conquerors is going to at least deter a little bit of aggression, so we save ourselves taking 2 damage. Kind of nice. But I'm excited for Anger coming up, game 2. But I definitely could see something involving Essicas, certainly. Maybe Essika's Chariot and Quartzwood Crasher to make an extra copy of a big trampoline token that the Quartzwood had made. That might be nice. Fight rigging Bant Dinos. Ooh. I was thinking it probably has to be Jund just because of Wayward. Yeah, Wayward. But yeah, I was thinking probably Jund just because of Rotting Regisaur and the synergy with fight rigging there. But I could see something else working, definitely. Fight rigging Bant Dinos. Yeah. Graveyard Dinos. Ooh. Wanted to leave 2 left over, potentially to play Getaway Car here. We could... Yeah, I'm just going to play Getaway Car. Something involving the graveyard. Jund Dinos with Haunting Voyage. Mythic Rare from Kaldheim. For 4 and 2 black, you can return 2 creatures of a certain type from your graveyard to the battlefield, or you can foretell it, and then you would have to pay 5 and 2 black, and you return all creatures of a certain type from your graveyard to the battlefield. I think that is definitely something I need to explore. I've got the full play set of Haunting Voyage, but you can imagine you see all the fantastic removal, the very sad times when all these guys die. I just pay 7 and everything just plops right back onto the battlefield. Regisaur Alpha would give everybody haste, which would be quite fantastic. But I've always wanted to do something with Haunting Voyage. Definitely something to look into. If you got... Oh, Galta. We got her. We just make a Getaway Car, a creature with Wayward. Bing, bang, boom. We may still be dead, unfortunately. Then we go, oh, nope, nope, nope. Don't, hold on. We got this. Ripjaw for 4, reducing Galta to 2. That's a lot of good bodies. Whew, exactly. Math is for dinos. They probably can't do math very well, but pretty decent. Nah, I'm not returning anybody. Hopefully that helps, but they could have lethal next turn, do some crazy shenanigans for sure, and we're down to 7. That's definitely pretty low. They probably, if they don't have lethal this turn, it's going to be difficult. But again, you see the potential of Wayward, plus the vehicles getting that total power increase to help cast Galta a little bit easier there. Fully reduced. I don't think they would be able to kill us. Yes, it was very nice indeed. They're thinking about it. Math is for blockers. Just do stuff. Oh, they're kind of scared. Interesting. Well, Conqueror's Foothold again. So this is fantastic. We have all the lands we need, right? You know, so we draw a land, and yeah, we'll just pay 2, get rid of it. Another Wayward. I like it. another body. Reflection of Kiki-Jiki could target the Graveyard Glutton. Blood Tithe Harvester, tap, sacrifice, get rid of Ghalta, unfortunately. Let's think. I know math is for blockers, but I still like doing it. Eye of the Eye Tyrant, Harvester. Let's go. All the way. Getaway Car. Massive damage. Yeah, I think definitely Essica's. Absolutely, that would make sense. Making the 2 cats plus the artifact itself. So Essica's for 1 card, 3 permanents, always fantastic. Topiary Stompers, 2 permanents itself plus the land. But anytime a single card gets 3 things, I like it. Interesting. Oh, we got him. Okay. I thought we might. I hoped we might. I thought maybe they would have some out there. Phew. Okay. That was pretty fantastic. The Ghalta for 2, exactly. I'm glad I saw that line. Saved me for sure. But Anger of the Gods. That's how you do it. Yeah, definitely Essica's. I have to explore that with the 3 permanents. I thought they would do something with Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I was pretty sure they would tap Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, make a 2nd Blood Tithe Harvester. They would get to 3 blood tokens, and they would sacrifice one of them, giving Ghalta -6/-6. Block with somebody else. I don't know, maybe they still would have been dead, but I thought there was a sliver, a small chance they might have been able to live. I think potentially they could have, but certainly Anger of the Gods. Yeah, I think they definitely gave up a little early with possibly copying another Blood Tithe, getting to those 3 blood tokens. That would have been pretty rough. Would have taken out Ripjaw, Wayward. I imagine they would have targeted Ghalta, but hard to say. Ghalta for the win, absolutely. And we got a win, and we didn't reveal the potential of Anger of the Gods. As always, it's lovely to hopefully surprise them with that thing. I think we'll cut Conquerors, unfortunately. I still like it. I think it's got fantastic potential. But we need to make room for Anger, which is absolutely much more important than Conquerors here. Don't think that's going to do it. Nothing for 2. If there was a Thunderherd Migration, I'd probably keep that. 4 copies of the Queen. Oftentimes, there has been actually quite a few streaks where I've used all 4 copies because it's just absolutely fantastic. Again, like I often mention, if you're playing her for 2 green and they have a counter spell, removal, whatever, you have a 2nd copy in hand, that's basically nothing, right? You don't always want to see 2 copies, but chances are the opponent is going to kill the Queen. So you just play that 2nd one you had, a backup, lovely stuff. Maybe you have 6 lands, Ghalta for 2, the backup for 2. You have some left over for maybe protection, possibly against something, but I think it's pretty right to have multiple copies, 3 or 4. She's going to get answered. Public enemy number 1, I think. I did not want to keep that. I was excited to see the Queen, and I kept the Queen. I should not have kept the Queen. Nuts. Well, we know we at least need a source of red. Yeah, definitely I would not be scared to use 4 copies. Other legendary creatures, probably not, but due to the fact that Ghalta can be cast for So, phew. Oh my goodness. Lucky right there. Very lucky. My. So it's turning out into a pretty good hand. Definitely one I wouldn't normally have kept, but okay. Things are turning around. Oh, lands upon lands. It's hard to say. I would definitely be quite happy to go with 4 or 3 copies, I should say. Just a little bit more than 2. See her a little bit more often. If you don't have any copies, certainly play it conservative. Get at least 2. I would definitely go at least 2 copies of Galta if you're starting out with dinos. You don't need the 4 copies. If you've got everything you need for the list and you want to kind of see her more consistently, definitely I could see sinking the wild cards to finish off the playset. Oh, I like this. Let's go Ripjaw. That's a pretty good blocker against the Bone Crusher. Hopefully they can't kill it. Hopefully they have a fatal push. They have to meet the requirement of a permanent leaving the battlefield, so we might have a decent chance here. No time to explain, get in the artifact vehicle. Yes. I was thinking about Getaway Car just to get us to that 7 mana for Verdant Suns, but I mean, oh, okay, wow, bang, bang, boom. Galta it is. Back to the past, yes. I guess it would only be back to the past because dinos are in the past, but perhaps there's future robotic dinos, or in the future they revive dinos like Jurassic Park, so there could be dinos in the past, dinos in the future. Hard to say, we don't have time machines quite yet, but yes, absolutely. Back to the dinos. It's always dinos. Galta for 2. Woohoo. Ouch. That's a lot of power. A lot of pain. I think they're going to have a rough time. I'm just going to smack them in the face. I'm not even worried about Soren. Maximum power, maximum aggression, maximum speed with dinos and cars. Getaway Car. Maybe Getaway Car next turn, just as a flashy finish, perhaps. Oh. I mean, I just simply added 2 copies, you know. I always love her. I think she should probably be in every dino list. It would be a pretty good idea to have at least 2 copies, but you can see here, fantastic the first game, this second game, she is doing the trick, 100%. But it's very interesting, the hand that I kept, even though it was a mistake, you can see how it's working out fantastically. It would always be risky to keep something like that. Not having a turn 2 play, only 1 land. It seemed definitely too slow, but we pulled it off. Ooh, okay. I don't want to go Anger. I don't think that is, yes, just need the mana. Anger's not really worth it. They only have 1 creature, so Verdant Suns it is. Gain the life. Oh, absolutely. Even if it's rough, there's lots of expensive stuff, Verdant Suns Avatar and all those things. We still ramp. People see dinos, they see a low land count of 20, 22, something like that. But we still make it work with Huntmaster, Marauding, speaking of, Thunderherd Migration, Topiary Stomper. The fact that there's so much ramp, pseudo-ramp with cost reduction, it gets the job done. You can make a lower land count work, and then you have all that room to jam in other good stuff. I think we got him. Chandra not going to do it. Unfortunately, we don't gain life with the vehicles. They don't come down as creatures, but I do like Verdant Sun's avatar. That's pretty sweet. If I had to play something, it'd probably be Yadara Wandering Monster versus Verdant Sun's avatar. There we go. Another delicious victory. You said it. Oh. You know what? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Another match. But man, 2 Galta. I don't know. I take her out. I perform pretty well. I think I don't need her, but then we get situations like this where I just add her back in on a whim and she absolutely just demolishes. If they don't have removal for the queen gets her done. Actually, I need some more coffee. I've been out for quite a while, and I made a whole pot in preparation. Oh, absolutely. I saw those sleeves. They were kind of animated, and oh, it's enticing. I probably have to buy something from that sale. I'm definitely eyeing up those basic lands, the Tokyo ones, specifically the forest. I love that. If I could only buy the forest, I would do that. I don't really like the mountain Tokyo land. Not that great. Looks like more Rakdos, unfortunately. Hopefully Marauding survives. You can do it. No fatal push. Fatal push. That's okay. Oh, Grixis. Okay. We've seen Grixis before. Hopefully this Marauding survives. They're considering about killing this Marauding. I think there's a pretty good chance it's also dead. Thoughtseize. Ooh. They're getting rid of Ripjaw, I think. They should. Yes. Nuts. Oh. Ooh. Ha. Hey. That's happened multiple times tonight. They discard a card and we draw the exact copy as a replacement. Ooh. I like it. Good stuff. Bam. Ouch. I like it. I like it. I like it. You gotta like it. Oof. Dead. Wow. Grixis. Rakdos. Ain't got nothing. Definitely need Shifting Ceratops against Grixis. 100%. No chance whatsoever. The Tokyo lands. I might go to sleeves. Of course, I have, I think, the ultimate all-time best sleeve. Huatli riding a dinosaur. I only play dinosaurs, so it's kind of hard to not love this the most. It's definitely my favorite. I don't know. I'll think about it. I think the summer sales are probably in the store for quite some time. Yeah. I'll consider it. Yeah. Just the random, the story behind this sleeve. I was playing in midweek Magic, or it might have been back when there was Friday Night Magic. I opened up one pack, cosmetics, and I just randomly happened to get this. It was meant to be. Absolutely meant to be. Till the 17th. Okay. So I have about a week or so to think about it. Yeah, definitely. Grixis, 100% Shifting Ceratops can be pretty devastating. Nicol Bolas being part blue and, well, mostly Nicol Bolas, but they have some other creatures that are part blue as well. So shifting definitely can do the trick. Maybe Unlicensed Hearse. Nah, I don't think Grixis usually does a whole lot with the graveyard. Just a lot of painful removal sometimes. Oh, I saw the Nissa Planeswalker sleeve, the green cape flowing. That's tempting. I just really wish you could buy singles of the specific thing. But yeah, any animated sleeve is pretty cool. This is not going to do it though. Maybe if it was a green or a red source, but nah. Oh, there we go. Bam. Much better. We'll send the card to the bottom. Bunch of lands, both blast zones, but they do help ramp. Let's not forget. Thunder. Oh, certainly going to go with Thunderherd. Likely they could have a fatal push. They don't have a counter spell for sure, for one. The green ooze sleeves. Absolutely, those are probably the best, I think. I was really tempted to buy that. It was in the store probably maybe a month ago, I want to say. Something like a month ago. Just jiggling around. That's probably my favorite animation of a sleeve, I would say. Calatus, ooh. If we only had another source of green, we could have played Galta this turn. But next turn, it's going to happen. Definitely, I'm going to attack. They are not going to trade Calatus with Marauding, 100%. That would never happen. Shifting might die, though. Yep. Splurge because it jiggled. That is legitimate, a legitimate reason to purchase. Drown in the Lock, like I said, they got blue-colored stuff. Can't kill shifting. Quite nice. Ooh. Okay, well, we still get... No, hold on. Auto Tapper. Stop being bad. That almost screwed us over. It was going to use 3 sources of green, which makes absolutely no sense. It didn't factor in the potential reduction of this shifting. You always got to watch out for the auto tapper there. Yes, absolutely. Calatus, it is a pretty big mainstay in normal Pioneer for sure. What are they thinking? Oh, I see. That was pretty good. Nicobolus is taking out Galta, that's for sure. Ouch. Oh, another shifting. Oh, hold on. The lovely auto tapper, yes. Alrighty, hasty. Public enemy number 1 is Nikki. Hopefully they don't have a second copy in hand. That would kind of suck. The auto tapper does mess people up for sure. Oftentimes I see the queen and I get so excited wanting to play her. I have to play another creature just to have enough power, and then the auto tapper messes me up. I'm left with only 1 source of green. It's happened numerous times. Oh, Marauding. I like it. Definitely that. Maybe slap 2 charge counters on the blast zone. We'll probably have to give Shifting Ceratops a trample, though. Yes. Nightmare Muse. Oh, they got the stomp. Okay, they got some pretty good removal. It's getting the job done. Ouch. They might be running away with it. Yes, absolutely. Ashiok is a pretty interesting planeswalker. Scary looking. The stuff of nightmares, it's literally called Nightmare Muse, so yeah. Anger of the Gods could be nice. Ooh, Kroxa. Well, we gotta get something. So, we see they have Kroxa. I think I'll bring in the Unlicensed Hearse next game. There's definitely should be plenty of things to eat, so that's going to be quite nice. We're not busting through this. No. That's alright. We see they have lots of creatures still. Anger of the Gods. Yeah. I like that. And Unlicensed Hearse. Cut the Getaway Car. Yeah, Verdant Sons. Alright. Oh, it's hot. I left the coffee perk on just to keep it nice and warm, but yeah, it's gotta let it cool, that's for sure. Ooh, oh, we can make this work. The fantastic power of Commune. We got a source of green turn 1, grabbing 2 lands for turn 2, Thunderherds, Marauding, Wayward. This is fantastic. You gotta love this. Kind of awkward. These things happen. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Shedding tears. This is an unusual game. Wayward Swordtooth. We don't have many lands to play extra. Probably something that costs 2, I would imagine. Ooh, okay. Lands. You can do it. One of these days. You'd think I was playing like 18 lands or something. Hey, there we go. Thunderherd Migration. Bing, bang, boom. We're off to the races. Might not be able to get it done because we were so slow, but it's been quite some time since I've had a game like this. I would imagine they probably have us this game, unfortunately. No, I'm going to keep that hearse. I want to exile Kroxa. I'll wait a turn and hope they don't escape Kroxa next turn. Continue to build up the mana base. And hope that Shifting Ceratops maybe can help us. Not looking good though. Well, they don't have creatures to kill, unfortunately, but we can go marauding, plus a hearse. Nice stuff. Hopefully no counterspell for the hearse. Ooh, nuts. Good stuff. Good stuff. It was good they waited. Yeah, Chandra, that's going to lock things up. It's a good card. Definitely. One more game. Let's take it to probably about 11:30. 2 hours, an extra long one tonight. I'm having a good time, as always. Married with children. Huh. That is me. Yeah. 2 hours, let's go. I could go 3, I could go 4. Of course, that's getting a little bit late. And I do have to prepare for tomorrow night's stream. I might do some YouTube shorts as well tonight. But definitely when I do this full time, and that will happen full time, one day, hopefully sooner rather than later, multiple things in a day, a morning stream, stuff like that. Oh, that's a better hand. Definitely. Yeah, I'm excited for morning streams. Maybe daily morning streams. Good morning Dino live stream. Weather report. Something like that. Good morning Dino. Currently it is blizzarding outside. If I had to go to work, I would be sad. But I don't, because I'm at work right now. Traffic on the highways is pretty bad, but again, I don't care, because I am at work already. It would just be nice to work from home, I think. My wife and I are hoping to have at least 4 kids. We're going to try for 4 kids, so it would be nice to help her out, help raise them. Definitely would save on gas, which is, well, speaking of terrors, gas is a terror right now. Wayward would get us an extra land, but also Topiary. Yeah, let's go with Topiary. Could potentially draw another land next turn, so we would be able to go 2 then, potentially getting us to 7 next turn. We'll see. But yeah, the price of gas just knocks us out. Luckily, I don't have to travel too far for my job. It's right in town, it's less than a 10-minute drive, which is fantastic. It used to be an hour and 15 minutes one way where I used to work. Not a good time. And that was before gas prices were expensive. I was driving and feeling the pain, but I can't imagine doing that now. Oof. I like Wayward. Hopefully it's not countered. Good. This might be, though. Something for 2, I could see it happening. Mono blue spirits. It's always nice having Shifting Ceratops, but we don't start off with shifting in this list, at least. We at least have 7 lands. Possibly Verdant Sun's Avatar next turn. Hopefully they don't get too big. Luckily we haven't seen a Lord yet. We would have to kill him next turn or kill multiple creatures because they do have lethal, unfortunately. Ooh. Oh. Well, with Verdant Suns, we would gain 5. Okay, I like that. Hopefully no counter. Come on, you can do it. No count. Oh, phew. Okay, okay. Maybe this is the game we see Galta for 2 green, gain 12 life. Bam, I like it. Still might be dead, depending what they play, but that's a lot of damage right there. 8. Ooh. If they have a Lord, we're dead, I think. Definitely. So they got 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the Mausoleum Wanderers are going to grow too big. That's going to get them lethal right there, I would imagine. 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. Yeah, all they have to play is a Spirit, and they got us, unfortunately. There we go. Dead. Oof, oof. Bam. Well, we got close. But we have the absolute ultimate super duper counter. Mono Blue Spirits is a very good deck. Pretty high up on the tier list. But we make them shed the tears with Shifting Ceratops. So, oh, that feels good. Always feels good. Could bring an Anger of the Gods. It is nice. Of course, we do have to keep in mind Mausoleum Wanderer. So it can sacrifice itself to counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays X, where X is Mausoleum Wanderer's power. So if, you know, definitely bringing in Anger. But again, keep in mind of this. So this Mausoleum Wanderer has 3 power. We would need a total of, 6 to be able to play that Anger. Currently we have more than 6, which is quite nice. Yes, the flyer, rough stuff. But they could actually sacrifice both Mausoleum Wanderers. We'd have to pay 3 plus 2. So we'd actually need a total of 5 or 8. Yes, we'd need a total of 8 to be able to cast Anger of the God in this specific scenario with both Mausoleum Wanderers. Well, we'll keep it in. Hopefully they only get 1. Hopefully it's kind of cheap, but definitely Anger of the Gods can be quite good. I do like Verdant Suns. It is pretty expensive. Anger of the Gods is going to, I think, help us stabilize better than the life gain from Verdant Suns Avatar. Ooh. No. I almost thought Thunderherd Migration was a land, but it is not. Oh, that's good. Oh, very good. Yes. I like the Getaway Car, but again, Blast Zone. You can't counter that, so Blast Zone against Spirits actually should be quite good. A lot of Spirits are either 1 or 2. Some are 3. But Blast Zone is going to do the trick as well. This is just a deadly looking hand. It's going to be very painful for them. I wouldn't imagine they can counter Thunderherd. Let's get that second Source of Green. A very good chance we'll get to second Source of Red. Basically, we should with Topiary or Commune with Dinosaurs can dig for it, of course. And I was figuring we wouldn't need to cast Anger coming up here anyways. Let's go with Commune. See if it gets us a nice dual land or something. Ooh, Rootbound. That's what I want. Oh, absolutely. Mono Blue Spirits or Azorius, I think. Definitely. It is very popular and pretty cheap as well. I mean, it's just a monocolored deck, so the mana base certainly is very enticing for maybe newer players, for sure. They do have a bunch of rare spirits, I guess, but it's a very good deck. Can be problematic. So, Blast Zone, that's going to do the trick, I think. They had most of the spirits, I think, over the jump starts and historic anthologies, pretty much. But some of the spirits, I think, came out in Baldur's Gate. Anger of the Gods, though, I think that's what it's got to be. Maybe. I'm kind of tempted to just pop the Blast Zone to take out Curious Obsession plus the Spectral Sailor. Could see maybe upping it to 2. Yeah, let's do that. Then we're still able to play this Wayward here. Oh, the dragons, yes. A lot of people are interested in the dragons. The big flashy stuff. I think pretty much the dragons in Baldur's Gate are the best thing. Seems to be. Hey, we got 1 point of damage. It's not nothing. The legitimate business person citizen. It's pretty hard to hide that and make it seem like a legitimate business person. It is so big, but yeah, nothing to see here. That's not a dino. More lands. Good, good. All right, Ripjaw it is. It'd be nice to draw a card if and when we do cast Anger. That's definitely coming up, I think. Lofty Denial, okay. I'm glad. I would rather them burn it on Ripjaw than Anger of the Gods, for sure. They could have another one, of course, but let's attack with the legitimate business person. It's very interesting. Somewhat conspiracy-like. If you play Best of One, though, there's a lot of shenanigans in Best of One, for sure. Best of 3, I think, is basically like normal Magic the Gathering. Actually, I probably should pop stuff at 1, this Blast Zone, because it would take off Witness Protection. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I can't sacrifice it yet. Okay, we'll not do that. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there is some funny business that happens, for sure. Seems like they want to conservatively, or, well, play pretty conservatively. We still have enough left over for Anger if they want to feel safe and maybe play some more spirits. But a bunch are dying. I'll leave the mana up. I still have enough. I could pop either Blast Zone, the one at 2 or the one at 1, take out the Rattle Chains, various other creatures if they play them. So it's pretty threatening, for sure. We'll see if they play more spirits this turn. Yeah, Blast Zone is probably causing them big headaches now, I would imagine. Another Mausoleum Wanderer. Okay. Interesting. All right, we pop it. That was good. Oh, yes. So the enchantment on Topiary Stomper, um, Witness Protection, a permanent with a mana value of 1, popped the Blast Zone, so it did take out that. It was very helpful. Yeah. I don't know. A legitimate business person found a plant dinosaur somewhere. The legitimate business person was hiding inside the Topiary Stomper. I don't know, something like that. Unfortunately, we're back to 6 land, so we can't attack and block with Topiary. But maybe they feel safe to play some spirits, which I would definitely like. Sweep them with anger. Calm anger. I don't know, it was a whole mess to... Oh, Witness Protection again. Where did the Topiary Stomper go? I do not know. Oh, there we go. 10 permanents. We can attack and block with Wayward, so we don't have to worry about Faceless Haven at least. We can't pop Blast Zone, so that's kind of troublesome. I think we probably have to go Anger, due to the fact we can't pop Blast Zone. We don't have 3. I thought it cost 2 to tap it, sacrifice it, destroy each permanent with mana value equal to the number of charge counters. So play it safe, Anger of the Gods, hope they don't have a counter spell. Hopefully. They only have 2 cards in hand. Oh. Okay. What's Faceless Haven cost? 3? Do I feel safe attacking with Wayward? Yeah, you know what? Spirits don't have haste. I think I can do 5 damage. Yes, Married with Children, definitely. I haven't really watched it much, just a couple episodes here or there, but yes, yeah, it is an oldie but a goodie. And they're probably worried about Blast Zone. They play any creature, we're just going to kill their spirits. It's a pretty good time. We got Wayward to block Faceless Haven. That's not doing much for him. Of course, Topiary as well. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, we could just pop Blast Zone right now and kill him. I like it. Well, hold on a sec. We need to attack with Topiary Stomper first. So Blast Zone enters the battlefield with a charge counter on it. They can tap to add a colorless, of course. But we'll still attack with Topiary. But yeah, it enters with a charge counter. Pay 3, tap it, sacrifice it, and you destroy each non-land permanent. So creatures, enchantments, artifacts equal to the number of charge counters. You can put on as many as you want. You pay XX. Yes, that is good game. Faceless Haven. Unfortunately. That's too bad. That was very good. That was very close. But the fact we had 7 lands, Blast Zone being one of them, we went down to 6. Topiary Stomper were not able to block the Faceless Haven, unfortunately. But we can go back to Blast Zone there. It's pretty fantastic. It's nice taking out multiple cheap enchantments. It gives you an edge against a lot of decks. Aggressive decks where, you know, they have a lot of stuff that costs 1, 2. It can be very detrimental when you destroy all non-land permanents that have a mana value of 2, 1, that sort of thing. Usually you don't have to add too much to make it problematic, but it could take out something costly. Possibly a Planeswalker. It would take a lot of mana. Something like Teferi would cost a total of 10 mana, just 8. It would cost a total of 8 mana to put enough charge counters on it to take something like that out, but it is possible. Blast Zone, unfortunately, Marauding Raptor being 2. Yeah, that would have been better. Block with Marauding, then pop it. Yes, actually, no, that would have done the trick, now that I think about it. And we could have blocked with Topiary as well. No, definitely, that is a slight misplay there. Certainly, Cockroach. I do appreciate you pointing that out. Always room for improvement, definitely. Something to keep in mind. The effect there, we can activate it anytime, instant speed, so something to keep in mind. Some things, it says you can only activate them at sorcery speed, but something like Blast Zone, yes, absolutely. That would have been better. Holding on to that and having blockers would have done the trick, for sure. Shifting Ceratops certainly would have done the trick as well, but yeah, no, that happens sometimes. I still had a good time. Definitely appreciate all you guys watching this extra long stream tonight. Not exactly sure which list I'll be using tomorrow, but it's going to be a good one. No doubt. Certainly keeping in Blast Zone for sure, but hopefully all you guys have a good night, a good morning, a good evening, good afternoon. And yes, Blast Zone, it does count as colorless mana. Still helping to ramp, of course, which is quite nice. Play the bigger dinos a little bit more easily, but yeah, that was good tonight. Had a good time chatting with all you guys, and I'll see you next time. Yes, talk to you again soon. Good night. If it's dinos, it's great. You said it. Peace. Stay safe.